Hello YouTube viewers and random Doctor Who fans, just making a quick little video today to tell you that my Mark III sonic screwdriver has officially died. It's basically just completely worn out because I take this little thing with me everywhere, and say I'm waiting for the bus or the train or something, I'll get out and flick it around and stuff, and I tend to drop it a lot, so as you can see there's a lot of sort of scratches just on the claws and stuff there where some of the paint's come off. I've managed to completely bust the little sort of end cap there off completely and crack it to little bits because I've dropped it that many times. The leather on the handle is starting to fray and come off, and there's a bit of a crack there down the middle, and the end section here is just completely buckled and destroyed because my girlfriend's cousin was playing with this one day and she dropped it and broke the end off it, and I had to glue it back on, and it's a mess. So yeah, I finally just decided that it was time for a new one. So as you can tell by the box in the background here, I went off and bought a new sonic screwdriver and modified it. So this is basically it, and there are a few subtle differences to the modification this time. As you can see, the main difference here is there's no leather on the handle this time. Instead there's two little ball bearings there, which are nice and neat, and you know, instead of having a big rusty nail sticking out of it or something. So there's no real need for the leather handle, so it makes it a little bit more slimmer and a little more accurate anyway, I hope. So yeah, it basically works the way the other one worked, in the sense that the top little ball bearing here works out whenever it's closed, and then when you flick it open, the bottom ball bearing works whenever it's open. So isn't that just super duper cool? Yeah, so there's a little red button there still at the end too. So, and on top of that as well, whenever I pull it open here, as you can see, there's a little weight that I've attached to the end this time, because the weight in the Mark III was in the bottom and it was kind of permanently there, so it made it very bottom heavy, so whenever you were flicking it around it was very uncontrollable, and you know, you would drop it a lot, and hence why it's kind of destroyed. So this time the weight actually slides with the screwdriver, so whenever it's closed, the weight's at the very bottom of the screwdriver, but whenever you flick it open the weight comes with it, so you know, it balances it out a lot more, and also it allows you to flick it open easier because you've got this weight behind it, so it just flicks open very quickly, which is very nice. Taking a look at the bottom section of the screwdriver, a lot of you have been trying to do modifications on it based on my other video, and you say that you have a lot of trouble getting the ring off. Well, basically, if you take your knife blade and slide it in and prise it up a little tiny bit, you should hear a little bit of cracking, because that's essentially the glue coming off, and run your knife the whole way around it and prise it off slowly until you get kind of a lip like that. Then actually take your fingers and pull it off like that. As you can see, you can pull it off in one go. So yeah, I thought that was quite cool. I also noticed whenever I was doing a little bit of modification to this, that the little bottom section here, this whole kind of section with the hinge on it, can be pulled off and removed from the screwdriver the exact same way you can take the ring off. So you know, as I said in my how to build video, there's no need to actually break any part of the screwdriver. So with this bottom section off, it allows you to split the base of the screwdriver in half, and drill two little holes in there, obviously, and put the little ball bearings in. The ball bearings are held in place by a little bit of sellotape on the front to stop them falling out, and a little bit of duct tape around the back to stop them from falling in. So yeah, I thought that was quite cool. So I do think this one is a lot neater and certainly a lot better. I think it's one of the better screwdriver modifications that I've made anyway. So isn't that just super duper? So let me just see if I can slide this back in. There we go. So yeah, I think this is kind of it really. So this is obviously the Mark IV now, and I think this is the closest I'm ever going to get to modifying a screwdriver to make it kind of up to the standard that an actual toy company could make it, because I really think just if Character Options had added that little secondary button there, it would have made so much more sense. So yeah, it's so simple to do now for me anyway. It's such a shame that Character Options didn't do it. So yeah, that's my brand new sonic screwdriver. So obviously it's time to say farewell to my Mark III sonic screwdriver, which is battered and bashed, and it's a screwdriver that I've had for the longest time now, because if you've ever known me in person, you'll know that I essentially destroy sonic screwdrivers. Like, I've been through so many of them, either breaking them by accident or breaking them by trying to modify them. So I think this is the one that I've had the longest, which is kind of a new record for me. I think I've had it for just about over a year. So I think I'm just going to put it into the new screwdrivers box and put it up on my shelf with a little plaque underneath it that says Stephen's screwdriver that he's owned for the longest without completely destroying it. So it is kind of a shame to see it go, because this is the screwdriver that I used in the 1000 subscribers video, and it's also the screwdriver you see in my opening titles. So kind of a shame to see it go, but you know, as they say, you know, you got to kind of move with the times and develop and grow, etc., etc., and that's exactly what I've done with my Mark IV screwdriver. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's countless more videos online. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to keep following the nerd. Bye-bye.